What's up? It's me again. Just back at you with another photo to show off. I just want to say I'm sorry about that last video. It was such a mess. With having to exit out because the photo wasn't loading. This computer's from 2018, so you know, I'm not real. It's kind of laggy, to be honest. It's not as quick as it used to be, unfortunately. But this time, I have the hotkeys written on my wrist. Kind of like I'm cheating on a test is the vibe we're gonna be going with here. So anytime I need to pause to switch over to the new photo, the before and after, um, it will be a much smoother process than what it was the last time. But welcome back and thank you so much for coming back. Surprisingly, if I'm not sure. I got 2 views on the last one. Surprisingly, I'm surprised anyone even clicked on it. Might have been an accident, to be honest. I'm assuming it was an accident because I didn't get any comments on the last video, which is fine. Not requiring it, of course. But yeah, here I am again. Just wanting to talk and wanting to talk about this photo. So this was taken in New York. So the same, yep, you can probably see NYC at the bottom there. Unless you thought it was MYC, which you're an idiot if you thought that because that's not what it says. NYC, what other state in this country starts with NYC or NY, let's say? New York City. Duh. Anyways, yep, this was also taken in New York. So most of these photos I'll be showing for a little bit here and there are gonna be mostly from New York. So yeah, and because most of those photos are amazing, and this is another amazing one. This is my most. I forget what I said about the other one, but if I didn't say it, this is my most proudest. If I said the other one was my most proudest, that's the second most proudest I am of a photo. This is the first one. Because this one is like actually like, oh shit, this is like amazing, right? It's like breathtaking. You can't even believe it, right? Anyways, yep, this is the second photo, or technically the third, but my first best photo, and then I got the second one was the diner, and then I think there's another one. Yeah, there's a third one. That's my favorite from this New York trip. But anyways, this is taken at the High Line. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful area, beautiful spot. That it's a park. It's Highline. It's called the High Line, and basically, I mean, as the name implies, I mean it's high and it's nestled in between all these like buildings. It's like it used to be an old railway. I think if I got that right. So it goes for miles and miles, like just twists and turns. But like along the way, there's like nice scenic views to be had, and my God, it's probably the best the best evening I've ever experienced in my life because it was beautiful. Which I'll show you another photo with that, like within that same day, within that same evening while I was walking along the High Line that I was able to get. But yeah, this was taken at the High Line, and the view that I had. So this is okay. Well, let me say that the title I named this downtown and uptown New York, downtown slash uptown New York. Thought that was clever because I mean it could be you're going uptown. These cars are going uptown, but then you're going downtown. I'm like looking downtown as well, right? Like it's kind of like a haha clever like little title, right? I think it's pretty clever. Um, but yeah, this was like one of the viewpoints, and then right behind me when I was shooting this video, there was another viewpoint behind me, but I don't know. I like this one. I like this viewpoint more because just like the linear. I might get my R terms wrong, but the linear perspective as you're going down and like it starts to like kind of get misty in the distance here. It just like it makes just like this optical illusion that this is like the end of the road, I guess. Though you'll probably see like the water here to be like, no, that's not the end. It doesn't look like it's, you know, the buildings here like, are the end point. But you get what I mean, hopefully. If not, you can bitch at me in the comments, as you're welcome to do that. Anyways, yep, I just thought this was really beautiful. Just a beautiful little like view of I'm just gonna say downtown because I'm like looking downtown in this photo, technically. And then the buildings on either side, it's like kind of like starts to fade out. You can like see it fully in view, and it's just like it starts to. I just thought it was like so cool, so cool. Like once I got the film back, I thought this was like amazing. Like, yeah, just it looked like a video game to me. Like what I used to play that old Spider-Man game for the PS2 or something, PS3, and well, actually there was a PS2 version, but you know what I mean. It just if you play video games, that is, you'll know what I mean. But just for those who don't, I remember just swinging around with Spider-Man and just like this is exactly what the buildings would look like with like these just like you know these like little square blocks of windows and stuff, just very jutted out. But then like the windows are obviously like in, I guess. And I don't know, it was just amazing playing that game and just being like, wow, this is actually like this feels so real, and it feels like it's being translated in real life here. With all the buildings here and stuff, and just the very old feelish to it, with especially with the camera that I used. Which, if I didn't specify the camera I used, it was a Canon AE1. A Canon AE1 film camera. My first ever film camera. I think I mentioned last video for sure, but yeah, this is called Uptown/Downtown New York. And honestly, to be honest with you, I'm not really good at like explaining art things. Like I just like looking at something and be like, that's so pretty. That's really pretty. And just being like, okay, not time to move on. Or just looking at it and just looking at like the different like views of it, and like what's in the composition itself. But anyways, I'm gonna pause it now to show you the after photo, and give me 1 second. Alright guys, I'm back. So this is the edited photo, and let me zoom it out. I think it's a bit too zoomed in. But this is my edited photo, and you're probably wondering, damn, like, can you stop putting the white border? Well, let me just say, this was like when I started editing, and I was like, this looks awesome. I love the white border. I don't do it as much anymore because I'm like, okay, I think it's kind of excessive, but or to try to not be too excessive, but I just like the white border because it just makes it look like, a photo. Just a photo, a moment in time, as photos are. But just the editing for this, I love the editing and how it came out. I don't know. I don't know. I'm really bad with explaining, but I just like the fact that, you get the light, the only light source, really the main light source right there. And like some light is kind of coming through from like the sky and stuff, but really you can kind of see like, okay, the sun is like kind of starting to set. So it's like shining down this street right there. And then, everything else, I intentionally like made it I added a blue hue to make it look, I don't know, like chilly and cold, because it was really cold that evening. Not really cold, but it was like slightly cold that evening. And you just got that light source that's like, oh man, this is like the warmth is right over there. I gotta get over there, like all these people are right there. and I just think it adds more a dramatic feel to it. I guess with like just how tall these buildings are just gives perspective. Like wow, like these buildings are like they're hiding, like they are just towering over this one little street right here. And there's a bunch of cars just piled up, and I don't know. I just love the giganticism of it. I guess I like buildings. I don't know, but and then oh yeah, I forgot to add that little water tower there. I just think it's like a. I know it's so dumb, but I just think it adds like a little element of like, oh my, this like, or like the Spider-Man thing again. It just adds to that element of like this feels like a video game where I like it's like dark in between these buildings, and I'm like I guess like my checkpoint is like where that light is, and I don't know if I make any sense, but you probably don't know what I mean. But anyways, yeah, this is called Up/Downtown New York, or however I titled it. It might have been Uptown/Downtown New York, but yeah, what do you think about this one? Do you like it? Hopefully you like it. If not, well, too bad. I love it. This is my favorite photo. Um, all right, now I'm gonna move on to another one, the last one for this video. So I'll be right back again. Thank you. All right, now last photo. You might be thinking, what the hell is this? Like, this isn't even good. Trust me, it gets better. But let me just say real quick, for get bored with this one, because I mean, yeah, it doesn't look like there's much visually. First of all, it was much brighter. The film cameras don't really have a good time in the dark. At least mine didn't have a good time in the dark, taking photos in the dark. It has to be extremely bright, and it was bright for this photo scene. So it's kind of annoying that it doesn't look good. At first, I didn't think it looked good when I. No, I thought it looked. I love like silhouette sort of photos, just like the silhouettes of all the buildings, and like the like just the lights add just a little quiet but mysterious little element to it. And then the sun, like, oh my god, that was an amazing sunset. Probably one of the just such a memorable sunset. I can never ever forget. But yeah, just like the sunset kind of illuminating everything, like the buildings, like just adding just like this silhouette feel to it. I mean, silhouettes to everything. Yeah, I just this is the original. The after picture is a lot better, I promise. But yeah, this is I forget what it's called, but I think I called it a winter evening or something, because it was still cold, and yeah, the end of the evening, and this is like um this is one of the endpoints for the High Line. It's like really close. It's like one of the closer exits. But I mean, you have the option to keep walking, but I chose to like leave because I had other stuff I wanted to check out before the end of the night. Before I had to go back to my hostel, which I was staying in a hostel if I did not mention that, and that was like the cheapest stay I've ever had in New York. Probably one of the cheapest I'll ever get to experience, unfortunately. But it was really nice though, is what I'll say. With the hostel, it wasn't that bad, thankfully. For the most part, it was one night. But anyways, besides the point, yeah, there was also a viewpoint here where you could just like, I mean, yeah, just look off in the distance, and yeah, obviously like, you see the sunset. Looks really good during, like sunset hours and stuff, golden hour, I guess you could call it. Because it was technically golden hour at this point. Like, it was amazing. And all right, let me switch over to the edited version. I'll be right back again. Sorry about that. All right, this is the edited version. Like I said, this, with the power of editing, I was able to amp up the brightness so you can kind of see a little bit. You can see things slightly more clearly, like on the streets at least, and in the distance too. And this is probably like my third favorite photo, from New York, I should say. Um, and I wanted to mention, I forgot to mention for the unoriginal photo, for the original photo. Like with the red stoplight there, and just like the lights, and the silhouettes and stuff, like it just harkened back to a music artist I absolutely adore, and I recommend. He's a lo-fi. You might be rolling your eyes at that. You may be like, oh god, this guy listens to lo-fi. No, like clearly, but Idealism is the artist name. Amazing music. With the red stoplight there, or traffic light, it made me think of. I think it's called. I think it's literally from his album called Idealism or something. Right. Oh, okay. Well, the song is called Ikagi, something like that. And in that, I mean, yeah, traffic light is like that's the focal point of the picture. But then let's get switching over to another album of his that I also recommend. Like I really recommend like the four first songs. Like they're very just really really calming, kind of emotional too. To be honest, to be honest with you, kind of made me cry sometimes, and I need it. I needed them. I need it a lot sometimes. But the album is called. Give me 1 second. Sit in Silence. Like that has silhouettes in it. Like the album picture has a silhouette of like a hand reaching out to the curtain or something with the sunset in the far distance. And literally the vibe gives me like one of his songs I recommend from that album is called Still Life. But yeah, that's just a still life, like just everything's like quiet and peaceful, and I feel like this was during a time in my life where I really needed it. I needed this, like I needed some beauty in my life, because there's a lot going on in that point when I was like 20, like family and work and God, just so much negative stuff. I needed this sunset and this picture in general to like be able to look back to and just smile at. Just to remember the beauty that there was. I could have missed out on if I didn't take this trip. But regarding this photo, I think I wasn't sure what I wanted to make the colors, because there were so many colors I could have made it. Could have made like cotton candy, like pinkish in the sky, but I mean like, that looks too unrealistic. So I decided to just do like kind of like a more realistic point of view with like the orange, because I mean yeah, orange like the clouds can be orange if the sun is like super bright, like while it's setting. And I thought this was a perfect representation of like what it looked like during that time. Almost a perfect representation. Around me, everything was like orange, but because I mean everything was like being illuminated. But maybe I took too long in the photo because the sun is like clearly out of view. But yeah, I love this photo. Forget how amazing this view was. It's nice to look back on my photos sometimes. But and then I had a little vignette, whatever the term is, however you pronounce it, a little white vignette on like these corners here. It's supposed to be there too, but it's already bright anyways. And just I guess to add a tiny bit more lighting, so it's not like completely dark. Cause yeah, I know it's like super dark. So, but yep, it's called Winter Evening, and I think I put a number one. Um, like I said number one Winter Evening or something, or Winter Evening number one, whatever it was. So, oh, and then I guess another little thing, I said it with the traffic light here, but just like the little lights, just I guess just adds like that I guess that quiet feeling to it that there's still life going on. Um, there's like, I don't know, like, I don't know how to explain it. I'm bad at explaining, but I guess like this presence, I guess, of people, just of like, life still going on, I guess, like I was saying. And while this, like, people that are there were other people around me when I was taking this photo. So just life goes on while you're still like enjoying the beauty, and it like kind of just fades away in the background to just focus on the focal point, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. But yeah, what do you think about this photo? Oh, and then one more. Oh my, I am sorry, I keep saying it, but I just noticed, like, I like how it gets bright there and then like gradually decreases in brightness. Like, it looks perfect the way it's like decreasing in color and brightness. But yep, this is my photo. Oh, yep, that's it. Yep. Oh, you know what? No, this is my video. I'll keep talking. Oh, this one last thing there, just like that one little window thing. Little what, I don't know if it's like a ceiling. I know, I forget what that is, but just the fact that that's the only like one that's being illuminated. While this one up here is like kind of just dark because it's not facing the sun like this one. If you could like see through it, that's like a window pane right there. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got for this one. Like I said, I don't know how to edit, and I could be bothered to edit. Maybe I'll add some music, because why the hell not? And because it's kind of like quiet, and you don't just have to hear my voice. Just ramble and ramble and ramble without any background music. So I might do that. But thank you so much for watching, and I would love some feedback. Whoever watches this, I'd love to hear some feedback on like how I can format this picture thing. I feel like I'm kind of nearing like how I want to do it, like with this, like how I'm doing it right now, like this. I kind of like how I'm doing it. Just showing off my Lightroom photo, but then I'm showing off the original and then pausing and then switching to the edited version. But yeah, let me know what you think, and I'll try to adapt and hopefully change whatever I need to change. So if I can do it. And by the way, I don't have that much money, so I definitely don't want to. Before you're like, why can't you edit it? I don't really want to spend the money on whatever the Premiere, Adobe Premiere. Yeah, I don't get the funds for that, to be honest. I got a lot of other things to be worried about than to be paying for Adobe Premiere. Anyways, yep, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Bye bye.